Hey, I've got something to say. If you haven't established a rapport, you haven't interviewed the woman well. Establish a rapport and got her on your side, however you have to do it. There's no template. There's some general ideas. Anybody says there's a template, they lie. Because you're all by yourself at that moment of interview, establishing a rapport, making visual contact, getting the silence to work for you, establishing the fantasy connections, whatever it takes, the social, psychological. This is not easy. Oh, is this hard? And if you are challenged physically by phenotype, that's the way you look physically, you come across physically in your physical behavior, your posture, your height, very important. I'm bald headed, I'm clean, and I have a moon face. I'm short man, barely 5'3". I have a big fat belly and very bad proportions. You have to begin with that. That's what the woman will see and make any decisions on that. That's what has to be overcome, and it's not going to be easy. There's always comparisons. There's always better. And remember, who's in demand? That's really the key. Supply and demand really applies here, big time. That's why I tell my short, small man, you have to do whatever you think will work. Don't let anybody tell you this is the right thing, this is the wrong thing, this is good, this is bad. It all is only discoverable in the arena of confrontation and encounter in the now. It's not discoverable anywhere else. It can't happen anywhere else. Anywhere else before the arena of confrontation and encounter, you invented it. You heard a story, a locker room story from one of your buddies who's sticking their chest out to you. He's a cool guy. They love to tell a story, to tell a locker room story, to hear the cool guy tell it. I wasn't there, I didn't see it, I don't know what the facts are. The cool guy really glorifies it, and the bottom line is, I speak to my short, small man. The cool guy loves to watch us suffer. He sees your despondency, he sees that you want a good locker room story because that's all you have to live on. He knows without cool guy representing guy like me, without cool guy talking for me, without cool guy buffering me, without cool guy making the introduction, I can't score. When I say score, I mean it in its widest sense. I can't make any effective social contact. I won't last more than a minute or so before that woman's going to find some excuse, some reason to get me out of her presence. And I haven't even said a word yet. It's just the way I look. My facial features, my bald head, my height, my projected head, my big fat belly, housing proportions, and so on and so forth. Remember, everything's comparison. And the dictum, no means no, it doesn't really look at it this way. No means no is a law of nature. That's all. It's just codifying, legalizing a law of nature. No means no. It's just the repulsive factor is what we're talking about. That's constitutional. Many women look at a man like me and they're repulsed. Just that first glance has nothing to do with no means no laws. It has nothing to do with any legal aspect. Just the bottom line. And I must condition myself, and I tell my short, small man, there are others. Go to another. No means no, move on. No means no, don't do it. I know you want to get revenge. You want to take back your manhood that's been destroyed, literally destroyed. You hear what I'm telling you? No. No means no. Don't do it. Move on. Everybody's replaceable. Transmute. Drive iron, build your body tough. Do your 50%. Get tough, get rough, desensitized. Get some hard bark on yourself. Get tough. I like the big library technique. That's where there's a woman that you know, right? And you want to talk, but you see her at the library, she's with a couple of friends, 2 or 3 other women, let's just say, or even with a cool guy. He doesn't approach. I know what I look like, and I know my only hope is she doesn't want to be seen with me in public. My only hope is in private. It's the motel fantasy. Of course. That's my only hope. What I do is I put myself in a position, I've already noticed her, right? I'll put myself in a position where she can see me. But she doesn't know that I can see her. I'm watching out of the corner of the eye. And then he stays there. And if she wants, she'll make contact. If she gets out quickly with her friends, and she doesn't want to acknowledge me or see me, I know the truth. I know what my next move is. That's what I mean by getting at directs through indirects. But the whole point of what I'm talking about right now is you must, and this is rough. This is hell, my friend. Know where you stand with that woman at every single time. Why? The scene keeps changing. It's not the same. You can't predict anything. All you get a general idea, but whatever you get, it's for now. It's not for all time. A contact made not now, that's missed now, I should say, the cue, the propitious moment, and you think you're going to retrieve it. You think it's for all time. No. Tomorrow you get an entirely different woman. What the hell? What happened here? Yesterday, or a week ago, she was very approachable. Now she's hell on wheels. What happened here? What did I do? You didn't do anything. You didn't realize that wasn't for all time. It was for the now. Then the other advice is see a cool guy who knows what he's doing and can handle himself, that you respect, and imitate the cool guy. Learn by imitating. Whatever you can do. That's why I say don't listen to your preacher. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking. Don't listen to your moralizers. Sell you a bill of goods. Sell you more. This doesn't apply to you, my short man. Never did. If you go by the rules, if you go by the so-called protocol, the protocol is bought and sold by those who know how to manipulate physical charm and so on and so forth. You're a psychopath. You're a narcissistic psychopath. Now I'm going further into the analysis. Those who have the social situations have made the situation favorable to themselves, but yet they're supposed to be the real boss guys, the tough guys, the cool guys, the badasses. Then why in the hell do they have to make laws and legislate and set the social situation up to where it's favorable to them, if they're that bad? But one thing you have to know, if you'll get yourself in shape, mentally and physically, you'll get yourself tough. So you're not sensitive to insult, you're not embarrassable, and you are tough in your mind and body. Even at 5'3" can hold his own. You hear what I'm saying? Natural, no good. Unnatural. That means to do the things you wouldn't do naturally. Naturally, we're trained as a short, small man to cower and to be humiliated. Physically outclassed by your tall man. That's the way we've been trained. That's the way the society sets it up. The Hollywood and marketing sets it up that way. And the short, small man, because he's been beaten down, because the social setup is against him everywhere he goes. This has nothing to do with capitalist society, social society. No, it has nothing to do with any society. This is endemic to human nature. That's why Freud was right when he said, I am not an economist, but I am able to tell you without a shadow of a doubt on psychological principles, psychiatric principles, the notions of socialism. I'm not saying Marxism, I said socialism. Utopian socialism is totally untenable, unworkable according to human nature. Unless you believe there's no human nature, unless you believe, he's good, I'm good, you're okay, I'm all right, you win, I win. Let's make a deal. Bullshit. Competition doesn't work that way. Well, what about a consolation? What about a consolation so I don't feel like a... Hell no. Hell no. Winner take all. Bottom line. Winner take all. Bottom line. No consolation.